Hi guys, it's Stephen from Glen Car Sales, and today we've got a BMW M2 competition to let you have a look around. It's in sapphire black, it's a 20 plate and it's one owner. If you have spent any time looking for an M2 or an M2 competition, I'm sure you will agree they are very, very tricky cars to find still with just the one owner. So as well as the lovely ownership, it's also got a great spec and a full history as well, and I'm sure by the time you've reached the end of the video you will be in agreement that it's in exceptional condition as well. So let's get a look around. So all the cars at Glen Car Sales are purchased through our own in-house car buying service. We won't buy anycar.com, we don't buy auction, we don't buy off traders. No offence guys if anybody that trades cars is watching the video, and we don't buy off any trade websites. Every car is bought directly from its owner. That gives us a chance to get a good drive of the car, meet the owner, check the history, bring the car inside, check the bodywork over, and just do all the things that you would like the time to do before you make the decision if the car is for us or not. And unfortunately all of those things are not, basically you can't do that when you're buying from an auction platform, because you've literally got a few moments to decide if it's a good car or not, and that's if you've even managed to visit the auction house in person. An awful lot of garages now buy their stock online, unseen, and get it delivered on a transporter, and I'm afraid that's not something that we would ever do here at Glen. So just to give you an idea of where the cars come from, how we buy them, and the process that we go through before we decide if the car is going to be a Jimmy Glen car or not. Delighted to say, as you can clearly see, this car met with our expectations once the customer arrived with it. Short of a few little stone chips along the front, it's a really, really nice, clean, honest, unmodified example. So let's get a good look at the paint first of all. All the cars here at Glen are fully machine polished. That means that they go through either a 1, 2 or a 3-stage machine polishing process, and that gives us this lovely swirl-free paint finish. Looking over the front of the car now, taking in the nose cone and the headlights. We're just looking for any signs of excessive stone chips or any marks or scuffs or scrapes that you guys would obviously like to know about before either buying or travelling for this car. So if you look closely at the nose cone, there's a couple of marks just here, here and here. Light lenses are all in good condition with no excessive chips. Kidney grills, they're all nice and clean as well. Light lens on the driver's side again, that's in good condition. If we move further down, excuse me, there's a little touch in here. There's been a little scrape on the bumper, but it's literally twice the size of my finger there, and we are very, very close to the bumper. We take the camera about a foot away from the bodywork. We feel that is well, I don't imagine you're going to be any closer than that if you were here in person. Plus, if we get any closer than that, we start to lose focus on the camera. And again, just getting nice and close along the front on the passenger side. We can see we've got some very, very minor road rash just along the front of the bumper. But being black, unfortunately, looks great when it's all polished up, but it doesn't hide a single thing. If there's any marks on it, that's going to show up on the camera. Again, right down the bottom, guys, we've got a bit of road rash down here as well, but and if you look at the front of these things, they're literally vertical at the front. So this is where we'll find the majority of the wear and tear, stone chips, etc. So that I would say that's the worst bit of the car. Moving on to the passenger side, looking down the length of the vehicle, we can see we've got absolutely no parking dents, scratches or scrapes to report. Front passenger wheel, free from damage. Now, these wheels normally are diamond cut with a shadow lacquer over the polished areas of the wheel. These have been done bright silver. I'm not usually a fan of a diamond cut wheel, which has been done in back to just a powder coated finish. But I think personally, I think these look great. I think it looks really full. It also looks like an old classic BBS style wheel. We've also got the added benefit of durability, because if anyone's had a diamond cut wheel, you'll know that they just, unfortunately, they don't tend to last in our lovely country with the salty roads. One little chip in the lacquer, and that's enough to let the moisture in, and then you're going to have to get them re-diamond cut at some point. The powder coat finish, unless you damage it with a curb, or if you leave brake dust on forever, these will last for years. Looking in through looking in through the spokes, we can see the brake discs all in good condition. I've got a Michelin Pilot Super Sport tyre on the front passenger side. It's a Michelin anyway. I can't actually see if it's I think it is a Super Sport. We'll check on the back. Looking down the passenger side from the other angle, from the rear. Love how this back quarter just really bulges out. It's also worth noting, guys, that if you're looking at an M2 and it doesn't have the foils on the back, it's because the quarter's been painted and they've not put the foil back on the car. So looking down the passenger side, we can see there's no parking dents, scratches or scrapes. The same applies to the rear bumper corner. And looking around the outside of the wheel, on the near side, you can see there's no damage. Big brake disc in the back there as well, all in excellent order, and it is at Michelin Pilot Super Sport on the rear. Having a wee look inside, we can see little marks on the top of the door handle indicate that the car's got keyless entry, which is a really nice feature, something that you become very used to having. And we can also spot the little heated steering wheel button there just on the steering cowling. We'll get a look at the condition of the steering wheel and the seat once we're round that side, albeit we can take a wee look from this angle. Get the illuminated M logos in the headrest, sorry, in the backrest, along with the lovely perforated leather that's got the blue infill in it as well, tying in nice with the detailed stitching along the outside of the seats. And that's carried on into the binding on the mats as well. This car's got the carbon fibre inlays on the dashboard, on the centre console. Centre console and everything's all in great condition. There's no chips, marks, with phones and keys and things getting thrown down into where the cup holders are. And we've also got electric memory seats with the lumbar adjustment as well. Harman Kardon audio. Alcantara carried on onto the door cards. And again, the nice blue stitching carried over on to the leather and the Alcantara on the doors. Here's some protection glass. Got a look at the roof, just to show that there is no mark or damage up there as well. But if you look at the paint finish, I mean, it really is, and the machine polishing really does do the trick. No matter how careful you wash a car, you do eventually end up building up swirling the paint, which is really annoying, but unfortunately just one of those facts of life. But the machine polishing process gets the paintwork back to a lovely swirl-free finish. The car has a lovely discreet carbon fibre replacement rear diffuser, which we can see there is much nicer than just the standard grey plastic item. But it's standard exhaust with the shadow chrome tips, and we've also got a reverse camera just there as well as the rear parking sensors. Now moving on to the boot, we can see that it's got the rear, but very handy folding rear seats. This is a cheap option, it's only about £170 new, and I don't know why more cars don't come with it, because it means that it opens up a whole new level of practicality with a 60/40 folding rear seat. Boot and everything is all pretty much as new. Carpets free from any marks at all. Just looking across the top of the back bumper there, we can see that there's no marks with people putting things in and out. And down the driver's side, again guys, just picking up the reflection of the wall and the bodywork, we can see that everything is all nice and clean, no parking dents or any damage to report. Offside rear wheel, free from damage. Michelin Pilot Super Sport tyre, and the brake disc again in good condition. And we'll take a wander down to the front, finishing off the outside walk round before we start on the interior. Again, just lovely paint finish, picking up the reflections of the rather lovely 30,000ml Cayman and the new model M2, which is sat over in the corner. Again, taking in the bumper corner again, apart from this little mark here, it's all as you'd expect, nice and clean. A couple of stone chips just down here again, but I think we've covered them at the earlier part of the video. Final wheel, free from damage. And again, brake disc still in good shape. I mentioned this in the other M2 videos as well, as we currently have 4 in stock. It's worth taking particular attention and looking at the colour of the calipers. Now, if an M car, or pretty much any performance BMW with the M Performance brake kit, if it's been used on track, it will likely have had a set of high temperature track day brake pads in it. And when you do that and use them on the track, these turn brown, sometimes green as well. So if they're nice, fresh, blue, especially the M logo on the M typeface there, if it's all nice and bright, that's an indication that the car's ready a nice, easy life, and it's certainly not had any track use. Moving on to the inside of the car, checking all the usual touch points. Top of the door card, again where the elbow can rest. Grab pull, see there's no marks here from jewellery, and the door latch itself is all in good condition, along with the electric window switches. Entry plate, free from excessive scuffs. On the driver's side, as well as the electric memory seats, we've got two-stage memory, electric adjustment. We also have two-stage memory. And now while we're down here, we can look at the bolster. So very, very, very slight mark just here, probably from a wee button on a pair of jeans that I have done just recently on my Boxster, which I was kicking myself for. It's much worse than that, unfortunately. Looking across, comparing the driver's seat and the passenger, so you've got a tiny little bit of stretching in the leather just here, but otherwise both seats are wearing similarly, easy for me to say. So we'll hop in, get the car started, confirm the mileage, and obviously indicate the car starts and idles as it should with no warning lights. Give it a nice start-up sequence, M2 competition. The car's due a service through time, an oil service next month. We will have an oil service carried out, and that will be updated on the car's built-in iDrive system as well. So once we've got it serviced, it will feature in here. If you give me a second, let me just scroll my way through. Service requirements, service history. So this is what we're looking for, is particular, specifically. So we've got running in service done. Oops, forgetting it's an LCI, so it's touch screen. So we've got running in service done there. 11,000 miles, and then 17,000 miles, and the current mileage is 20,794. So it's 1,000,000 miles away from needing a service through mileage, but it was done a year ago. So we will have the car serviced using the correct parts, and it will also be updated on the car's iDrive system. Lovely place to be. The M2 comes with the seats from the M3, M4, which are much more heavily bolstered than the standard OG car. I'll let you guys fight it in the comments which car is better, or which car sounds better, but certainly the competition does have the nicer interior. Steering wheel's all nice and matte all the way right round the rim, and we've also got a nice tricolour stitching on the insides. Paddles have got a lovely weight to them, just in the right place as well, and these operate the rather outstanding BMW's DCT dual clutch transmission. It's either DCT or PDK, I think, are two of the best dual clutch transmissions out there. Really are an impressive bit of kit. So we'll open the door, give the car a little rev, let you hear what it sounds like. Obviously the car's cold, so we won't be revving it too hard. So this is powered by an S55 twin turbocharged and also charge cooled straight 6, which we will hop out and let you have a look. Double pull on the catch. The car's banging away there because I have left the gearbox in neutral. We'll just turn it off. That should do the trick. Yeah. So there we are. This, as I mentioned earlier, this is your charge cooler, inline 6-cylinder engine, 2 turbos down the side, And not forgetting the lovely carbon fibre strut brace, which runs from strut tower to strut tower. That is unique to the competition model. The OG doesn't have it, and even the new model M2 doesn't have it. It's got a rather prehistoric looking metal girder style strut brace rather than this rather lovely carbon fibre piece. But it's completely standard, unmodified car, not even as much as an air filter. So there we are, guys. Oh, 410 horsepower, and these are properly quick. And you can drive an M2 OG. They have, I think, in the region of about 370 horsepower. Quick car, lovely mid-range, they sound great, but when you light these up and you get them above 4,500 RPM, it is a substantial uplift in performance over the OG model. So guys, that brings us to the end of the video. Hope you found it helpful. If you are interested and you would like to get in touch with one of us at the garage, you can reach us on 01236 779 000. There will also be a link to the car in the description below. So if you click that, that'll take you through to the website where you can look at lots of pictures, if the video hasn't been sufficient, and also there'll be a full breakdown of the car's specification on there as well. We're also happy to take your current car and part exchange, so if you've got something at the moment and you would like to know how much you would get for it when you're trading it in, we would love to hear from you. Also, we're happy to work out a finance package for you, either on hire purchase or PCP as well. As you're looking at an M2 competition on YouTube, I'll put a link to a car review up here that I think you might find interesting, and also if you would like to consider subscribing to the James Glen channel, that'd be fantastic, and you can do that by clicking the logo down here. That way you'll not miss any more upcoming stock updates or any road tests. My name's Stephen, thanks again for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.